Okay, there we go, we're back. Yeah. Just had to make a couple adjustments. So, recap of last time. I got through it was either 1 or 2 missions, I forget exactly how many, but we are now on the final mission of the Marine campaign, where I had a few attempts at it and ended up dying. And unfortunately, because this is Nightmare, dying means you go straight back to the beginning, so I figured I'd just give it a pause. Then meant to do it over the weekend, but got a bit held up, so here we are. And hopefully, today, I'm going to be finishing it up. Because, I've mentioned this before, it's one of those things with the difficulty where it's not that it's that hard, to be frank. Like, it's not like some games where it's, oh, okay, at easier difficulties, the enemies act differently, they have fewer access to weaker weapons, they don't use certain tactics, and as you increase the difficulty, it gets harder and harder. It's not that sort of difficulty. Rather, it's the type of difficulty where it just goes, okay, we're just gonna bump up the damage numbers and add on some sort of modifier to make it harder for you. Which, I have gone back through these videos, so I know I'm saying it a lot, but annoying is the word I would use. It's not difficult, it's annoying. Because, well, more than once now, I've had it where you get to the very end of a mission, and something goes wrong, which has been my fault, to be fair, but then because of that one slip-up, it's now back to the beginning to redo everything you've done. Now, thankfully, compared to the research lab, it's not as much of a slog to get back through, because we don't have any scripted sequences we have to sit through. We do have the wave defense mode, but you can at least get through it faster by just being better. But yeah, it is still a bit annoying to have to just redo all of that, especially when you get, again, right to the very end. But yep, let's get straight into it. Oh yeah, another thing. Yeah, sorry, I'll wait for her. Ooh, that's...
They know you're coming.
I know, I thought the door was open for a second. But, yeah, I mentioned, I think a couple streams ago, the little guidebook for the Colonial Marines.
Now do you see? Magnificence, grandeur. Human words fail in the face of such a sight. This is bigger than any one life, Private. And still you think to stop me.
Okay. So, yeah, the book that I was thinking of is actually called the Aliens Colonial Marine Technical Manual, which, as I sort of mentioned before, is all about here's the technology that the Colonial Marines are using, here's the niches it's meant to fill, and all sorts like that. I unfortunately forget the name of the publisher. It did have a couple of reprints, but yeah, the original version came out in the 90s, obviously too, because it would have been made in response to the film. Right, I just saw one from the side, so I got a bit distracted. here. Where have you gone? Right, I think it's just this one. Then I believe we have the Praetorians. Yes, the Praetorians. Pick that up. Here they come. That is a prime time to get some damage in. Again, if I could aim better, I'd be doing a better job of it. Now, grenades. Got both of them. Got that one. Good. Nope. There we go.
Luck or skill, whatever it is, you appear to have it in spades. So be it, Private. You are obviously a driven individual. I can respect that. A seat at the table. You deserve that much at least. Come. I want you to learn why it is so many of your comrades have died.
So yeah, that's sort of a cleaner version of what I was trying to do last time. Get some damage down range, take out any reinforcements, knock them down with grenades, and then finish them off with help from the turret. As for next section, reminder, we've got the androids that can cloak. Last time I tried the scope rifle, didn't work out like I'd hoped, so this time I'm going to try the smart gun, see if I have any better results with that. Ideally I would use the shotgun, but I don't think there are any down there. Right.
Private, glad to meet you, finally. I've been monitoring your progress. I knew you'd make it this far. You're a survivor, like the hunters that once ruled this planet. Like the xenomorphs they stalk. Like me. It's just that I've had a lot more practice. I'll take that. Have you ever asked yourself where the Marines source their weapons? We're old friends, the Corps and I. In fact, you might say I own it. That means I own you. And when a corporate asset is no longer of use, I dispose of it. Deal with it.
Alright, here we go.
Goodbye, Private.
Come on.
Now your primary target. Kill him.
Right, keep an eye on the mini-map, because that was where I went wrong last time. There we go. Okay, now we can relax a little bit. Okay, for this, shotgun is going to be your best friend, but not without its risks. There should be a couple here. Get back to cover. Hit. Right, he's down. That is why the shotgun is so good. Alright, now can we get scope rifle? Right, I think there's one over there, but then two more will spawn in there. Let's grab some grenades. Oh no, we got a smart gun. Where are the grenades? I just had grenades. Again, the shotgun's just so good for this. Oh. Oh god. Who's that? There's another one. Okay. I think that's all of them. Okay. Not too bad so far. Now though, we've got one more little hurdle. Final boss fight is through that door. Now he also, I believe, has a shotgun. Last time I tried going out with a smart gun, very nearly finished it, but then died. And up until then, I've just been running into this thing as a wall. So, here we go. There he is.
Loyalty blinds you to the possibilities. Think of what we can achieve.
Bit of damage. Bit of damage.
All you have is blind faith.
Right. Grenades.
A bunch of dolls. More than you allow yourself to consider.
No. Reload. Just remember, shotguns kill you very quickly. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. There we go.
Got the data pad. Our only chance. Data pad broken.
And just checking for the road. Yep, that's all of them.
possess nothing.
Way off this one. Get the data pad.
Okay. Now I happen to know we're not quite out of the woods yet. There's one more thing to do. And I swear to God that will be super annoying if it doesn't pay off. Okay. Or rather, if I don't get this. Oh god, he's going to rage mode.
Aim for the head. It's the only one.
Okay. Let's go.
The pyramid is structurally detected. Get out. Now.
Okay, so yeah, there's a runaway bit. I don't think you have to fight anything. And I also don't think you can die. I mean, we'll find out if I do, but I don't think you can. Yep, that's it. Oh.
datapad, sir. No complications. Yes. The live specimen is secure. Transmitting datapad contents. Now.
This has been a high-cost operation. Let us hope my predecessor's faith in it was justified. It's everything we'd hoped. Worth waiting centuries for. The coordinates to the Xenomorph homeworld.
And there we go. I couldn't see it pop up because I think the how this window is set up, it isn't quite showing, but I just heard it pop. That was Marine Campaign on Nightmare. And nice, general on, I think, every mission, because I don't think I got that on the other two. Though that said, I think with Predator and Alien, there was more where killing them in a certain way got them more points. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Alien got combined, Praetorian, when I think the highest is Queen. I'm just going to double check this. Okay, headshots and accuracy. As opposed to Predator and Alien, which I think both give you a bonus for stealth kills. And yeah, as it said, that was 100% campaign completion. So, yeah, I'm probably... For those of you watching in the future, I'm probably just going to ramble for 10 so minutes, or much as I can think to ramble, so if that was all you wanted to see, then feel free to just click off now. But, yeah, that was fun doing it. And it was also, like, kind of fun actually streaming it. Like, I haven't had anyone live so far, but yeah, no, that was still fun actually streaming it rather than just casually playing it, because I'd probably just have something on YouTube on the second monitor while I just sort of blitz through it. But now, doing it like this, I've actually had to, like, focus a bit more and actually think about bits and pieces, because I'm actually engaging much more with it. So this has definitely been interesting. But, yeah, it's been fun. As for the game itself, like, I had a lot of fun with it when I was younger, like when I first got it, but yeah, I'm not going to try and argue that it's some sort of masterpiece. As I say, it's just been fun. It's not been, like, life-changing or anything like that. Also, I sort of mentioned before, difficulty-wise, Alien, by far the easiest. Predator was probably in the middle, because you have to actually engage in combat more, and you're typically outgunned when the other people have range options. And Marine, by far the hardest, because you not only have the aliens, but also other people with guns. And, as I've mentioned before, I didn't really get across how much annoyance I was having with that final mission. As I said, I was going through the Marine campaign initially on Nightmare, and then kept going into that mission a bunch of times, and then decided to just go to the other campaigns first. So you saw me die here like, what, 3 or 4 times, I think? I died a bunch more, because I kind of sadly got into the headspace of, you know, this is just this one mission, it's this one section, I know the end is right over there, if I can just get there. Which then led me to sort of bang my head against the wall over and over again. which kind of soured my opinion of it a bit, I think. Because I've played harder stuff, like Spec Ops The Line. I've done that on foobar difficulty. That is probably the hardest thing I've done for a game. But, yeah, like, just having to do the same... In this one, I mean, just having to do, like, the same sections over and over again. Purely as, like, a gimmick of the gameplay. Because they couldn't really think of a way to make it actually harder. Just kind of ground at me. But, let's talk about something a bit more positive for a minute. Graphics, I think, are nice. The little texture problems notwithstanding, because that's more, I think, down to Linux. But, yeah, like, for the time, I think it's at least alright looking in terms of, like, fidelity and quality. But it does manage to sell a lot, I think, through the art style and the art department. Selling the atmosphere and some of the more tense areas and how things are supposed to look. That, I think, it does quite well, given the property that it's working with. And also, again, despite my misgivings, like, the combat is fun. Again, because with the Alien, it's you really get to feel like you're stalking Marines and managing to get one up on them. With the Predator, again, stalking, but even in the more combat-heavy areas, you really get to feel like you're powerful and taking on these very capable opponents. And Marine, yeah, you feel like you're outnumbered and outgunned, which you kind of want to be in an AVP game. So on that side, it's fun. Story-wise, there's not really any story for the Alien campaign, dare I say. Apart from the fact that, like, Dr. Groves is a character. Who, by the way, I'll say that for a minute. But, yeah, I don't think I mentioned this first time around, but I believe he was actually in the end of the Alien campaign when you get onto the ship and hive people and become the Queen. I could be wrong, but I think he was there as part of the hive. So a nice little callback to the start. In the Predator. Again, pretty straightforward. More story than the Alien, but not really a ton, like, character-wise or plot-wise, I would say. It's, you have a job, go and do it. Also, there's a Pred alien, go and kill it. You do get to see, like, bits and pieces of, like, oh, this Predator culture, this Predator temple, this Predator tomb, which is neat. But it all goes into what I think I said back in the Predator playthrough, where it's almost like the Predators are, like, technologically stagnating, almost. They don't really change very much. Like, you do have ones like, what was it? I don't think it was the most recent one. The one where there's, like, a normal Predator and then, like, a super Predator. Like, that, I would argue, is, like, change for the worst, because it's just very silly. But, in other stuff, it's, okay, yeah, you could meet them in, like, the 1500s, or the 1990s, or the 2500s, and they're, like, exactly the same. Like, they haven't really developed at all. Which, yeah, it's a recognizable, like, landmark, but at the same time, yeah, there's nothing really to surprise you anymore. So it's always nice to get little bits and pieces of new ideas. Like in this case, oh yeah, this is one of the planets where, at least if I get the implication right, they first encountered and enslaved, effectively, the xenomorphs. So that's like a neat idea there. And on the Marine side, yeah, much more actual story, more character-driven. Well, not really character-driven. There's not like characters bouncing off each other or anything like that, but it's characters going off to do things. Again, even if it's very basic, it's there. Also, yeah, I literally looked it up on IMDb. There's literally 5 voice actors for singular characters, and 3 of those are just in the Marine camp. Well, 4 actually are in the Marine campaign, with 1 of those 4 having a little bit of overlap, and the other one just being Dr. Groves. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, that's all of those on that front. Excuse me. Other than that, so yeah, graphics, very good art direction. Story is there. Oh yeah, gameplay as I mentioned as well. Oh yeah, I was going to say, a couple little notes. So, first of all, just to go over, because I didn't really string this together very well when I was going through it myself, because I didn't understand it that well myself, but I'd like to go through it now just to correct it a bit. So, timeline of this game. So, as mentioned, either predators come to this planet and find the aliens and subjugate them, or they have already encountered the aliens, but they then bring them to this planet to subjugate them and make it a hunting ground. I know it said that the one they found was like the first of the Serpent Queens, but it could well be that, oh yeah, we found this one, let's put it on this planet and start hunting them, potentially. And then after however many thousands of years, they then have an established ritual, like coming of age ritual almost, where predators will go to this planet, they will hunt down the xenomorphs. Although now I say that, what would they actually be basing the xenomorphs on? Because humans I don't think have been here very long. But anyway, I mean they could do it with basically any life form, but yeah. So predators can come here as like a coming of age ritual to become blooded warriors, including a pack of young bloods who come to the planet. Not the ones that we play as, because we're an elite. While they're doing that, the human colony has been set up and established, and the android Wayland is there heading research on the xenomorphs, because he wants to find the alien xenomorph homeworld. As part of this, they open the pyramid, which releases the xenomorphs onto the planet en masse, and they start building up active hives. Because by comparison, the one in the first film, it's a temple in Antarctica, which has the queen and eggs, but they're effectively held in stasis, which is kind of why, Earth isn't already overrun in that film, because it's not an active hive. It's being kept in dormancy until it's activated. That being what happens at the start of the game. And so from there, xenomorphs get out, run amok, the queen is freed, and they start establishing a hive. While this is going on, the Youngblood pack looks at that and goes, "Ooh, look, lots of xenomorphs for us to hunt. Let's go, chaps." And they start having a gay old time. Just you and the boys having fun. But during this, the xenomorphs, including number 6, who we play, find them and manage to kill them at different points in the game, and manage to face hug one of them. This one then hatches into a predalien, which then prompts the predators to come to the planet. At the same time, the UNSC hears about what's happened and send the Marines via the Marlow to also arrive at the planet at about the same time. And that's where I kept getting mixed up before, because I thought there were 2 separate ships. There was just one. The shuttle, with us on board, departs from the Marlow right before it gets blown up, and we land on the planet, with the predators not far behind. And so those two campaigns then run in parallel, with the Predator that we play as going and finding the dead Youngbloods, and also his packmates, brothers, or whatever you want to call them. They also, I believe, die on the way. I believe that the one who dies in the temple, that gets face-hugged in the temple, might be one of our brothers, so that's like an added modifier to his original mission, or it's the original leader of the Youngblood pack who then gets face-hugged. I think the second one's a bit more likely, but I could be wrong. From there, those two campaigns then run in parallel. Marine kills the Queen, which then ends the Alien campaign, until both the Predator and the human arrive in the pyramid, with the Predator fighting the Pred Alien, which then starts bringing down the pyramid, while the human goes into the top of the pyramid and gets Bishop's datapad. And yes, I do realize, if these are happening at basically the same time, then how the hell did the Predator not find the Bishop android? But that's just one of those things. And so that's how those two then tie together. The Predator beats the Pred Alien and leaves on his Predator ship, while the humans call in the executive shuttle with the datapad, which also has the coordinates to the Xenomorph homeworld. That being also at the end of the Predator campaign, where we put the mask on the tomb, and it does like a planetary projection. That's the Xenomorph homeworld. Also, again, went back through the footage and went off to confirm this. Yes, when you shoot at the Pred Alien with the plasma caster, that can actually knock it into the lava. I did not know this was a thing until I did it, but yeah, it's actually hinted at in the cutscene before the fight, because he shoots the ground in front of the Pred Alien and it falls into the lava. I sort of figured that, well, it clearly didn't do anything because it just jumps back out, but no, that does damage. Yeah, I think it's when it lands directly on the edge and you hit it with the plasma blast, that knocks it off. And is also part of why it just seemed so unaggressive in the second encounter when I beat it, because the lava was enough damage to make it jump back and run off. So yeah, that's why that happened. Also, the voice talent I kind of mentioned before, and we kind of saw in the credits. Lance Henriksen, the voice of the actor for Bishop from Aliens, kind of reprises his role as Bishop, because, well, I'm pretty sure since like Alien 3, it's like, oh yeah, Bishop is a bunch of androids. And also, William Hope, the actor for Lieutenant Gorman, also from Aliens, is Dr. Groves. There were also the other actors for Tequila, Katya, and Van Zant, but I had a quick glance at their IMDb, nothing really stood out. Like, I'm sure they're good, I just aren't that attached to what I saw from them. But, yeah, to sort of add to that, yeah, if, hypothetically, you also decide that you want to have a go at Nightmare, like I said, it's really not that difficult once you know, like, the strat. So, a couple of times I just got lucky because I managed to wig out the AI, but yeah, mainly it's just don't overextend yourself, don't get into fights that you can't win, and also keep your health nice and topped up. There's more than enough health usually lying around to make sure that you stay alive, but yeah, again, the main difficulty modifier is just damage. The only other thing that really changes because of Nightmare is the fact that you have to redo the entire level if you die. So it's mainly just a case of being a bit more cautious and keeping your health topped up. So not really that difficult, I would argue. For Alien, it's mainly just a case of, stay stealthy and don't get spotted, because it's a stealth campaign. With Predator, I think I sort of nicely showed the 1-2 thing. Sometimes you can get in a third hit if you're quick enough, but generally like 1-2, then block. Because if you keep going at it, the alien will block, you'll get staggered, and they can then do a hit on you. Which, as I kind of showed with both that and the Marine campaign, can very quickly end up getting you killed. Because they can like attack, then go for a grab that does a bunch of damage, and then another one can hit you from the side. Or something like that. Excuse me. And as for Marine, not as much trick-wise, it's mainly just a case of don't let them get near you, because apart from the spitters, they can't actually shoot you. Only real thing to keep in mind is that scoped rifle helps with the contrast and is an instant headshot kill. Shotgun is fantastic generally, though do be aware of the acid damage, but it's very good against androids. Grenades, helpful for the Praetorian because they are basically guaranteed to knock them down if you hit near them. Smart gun, good for dealing with hordes, not so much for single encounters. So things like the Wayland fight, for instance, or androids. Like, I'm pretty sure an assault rifle would actually down an android faster than the smart gun did. Oh yeah, and the flamethrower. Nice to have for the hive, but not really for anywhere else. Well, that said, I haven't really tried it on androids, so what do I know? It might actually be really good against them. Also, while I'm here, I'm just going to go back to this to sort of show the multiplayer aspect again. So, again, this is just readily available in the multiplayer menu. Do every step I just did. Set that to dedicated internet, and then browse. Hopefully we get a good hit. And never mind, it disconnected. I'll just try that again, because I tried it a couple times before and just trying again fixed it. Oh no, not that one. Player match, browse games, dedicated internet, browse. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, species team deathmatch on Gateway. And I'll be a Predator. Oh, never mind, I disconnected again. Okay, I'll try one more time. If not, I've kind of made my point, but that was down here. Can we do it? There we go. So yeah, this is still working. And again, on Steam, you can actually run.
Deathmatch. Defeat the other teams to win.
Yeah, on Steam, you can actually run private servers through Steam. I'll just put that back so you can see. So, yeah, sadly, not a unique mission, because there were 2 DLC packs, which... Oh, he's AFK. Yeah, this happened last time too. There were like 2 or 3 players that were just AFK. Like, that's my teammate down there. And he's also just AFK. And there's a Xenomorph, also AFK. So again, unfortunate, but like hypothetically, if you were able to get a couple of your friends around and one of you was able to run the server, like that could be like a nice Friday night. Ooh, stick. And there is the other one. There were also 2 DLC maps, which I own. I actually own both of them, but this is not one of those maps, because by now this should be looking very familiar if you've seen my other videos. But actually, I'll probably bug out after this and then like try another match, maybe on one of the new maps. Have a go at that. So yeah, ideally this would be more of an actual match, so like people other than me actually running around doing stuff, rather than people just sort of stood around. But yeah, as you can guess from like watching, basic idea, run around, find other players, and then just kill them to get your points up. Nothing too fancy.
Species Team Deathmatch. Defeat the other teams to
Wait, what?
win.
Okay, that was weird. There we go. Not sure why that happened. Let's see. I saw Gateway. No, Gateway was the one I was just on. Ruins, which I've already seen. Ooh, what's that? No, I don't think I'll be able to connect to that. Let's do this one. See if I can join that. Will it let me join? No, it won't. I need more players. That's unfortunate. I think this one, although that one up there, I think that's really the only one here that's got people in it. Yeah, no, it's the only one. Oh well. But yeah, as I say, you can run private servers, and you can run it through Steam, which is very useful. But actually, one sec, I'll just quickly see if I can show you. Oh, no, wait, no. I need to... No, I'm an idiot. I need to close this one first. I'd rather not, personally. Yeah, right now it's in my Steam library. I didn't buy it. I didn't request it. I'm pretty sure it just showed up with a whole bunch of other private servers that you can get. I think the only catch is that you can't run it on machine A and also play on machine A. Because of how the ports are exposed. I believe what you have to do is run it on machine B, and then you can connect to that server from machine A. So that's kind of the only hiccup there. But yeah, as I say, that has been fun, despite my misgivings that I've said more than enough by now. And it's been fun streaming this, as again, genuinely had to actually like think about and engage with this. And hopefully anyone who watches this in the future will have gotten some value out of this. At some point as well, I'll have to go back through this and mop up things like the jelly containers and the trophy belts, and I think a couple of kill like X enemies in this way with this weapon. But yeah, for the last time for this little series, I hope you all have a very nice day.